Welcome to Ink 2 Video. We make books into visual stories.
Meet Vardha. He is a leader who projects absolute certainty. He maintains a strict professional distance and never shows a hint of weakness, believing this is the only way to earn respect. But his department is stagnant. His team is silent, terrified of making mistakes, and they have stopped sharing new ideas. By projecting perfection, he has created a vacuum of initiative. Vardha views his perfectionism as a standard of excellence. In reality, it is a psychological defense mechanism, armor used to deflect criticism and avoid being truly seen by his team. Projecting constant invulnerability suffocates a team's creativity. It leaves the leader carrying the entire weight of the department alone, as no one else feels safe enough to step up. Research identifies a direct relationship between psychological safety and innovation. This model shows that as fear and shame increase within a group, the capacity to generate new ideas drops. When fear of failure is high, people stop taking risks. These armor layers physically block the creative inputs needed to evolve. Vardha realizes that his own quest for perfection is the primary barrier to his team's success. He is the one inadvertently killing the creativity he claims to want. Without the willingness to be vulnerable, a workplace cannot sustain innovation. Fear and shame are the biological enemies of original thought. Vardha discovers the research of Dr. Brené Brown in her book Dare to Lead. The data contradicts his assumptions about professional distance and what it actually takes to lead a high-performing team. Brown defines vulnerability as having the courage to show up and be seen when you have no control over the outcome. It is a metric of engagement, not a lack of character. Vardha realizes that hiding behind processes to stay safe was actually an act of fear. To be a brave leader, he has to step out from behind the shield of his title. This research identifies vulnerability as an active daily measure of courage, a sharp departure from the traditional view of vulnerability as winning or losing. A major project failure provides the testing ground for this new approach. Before entering the crisis meeting, Vardha takes a deep, square breath and chooses a brave response over a safe one. He applies the 4 core skill sets of brave leadership. He begins by rumbling with vulnerability, dropping his perfectionism armor to discuss team struggles. Then he applies living into values, selecting integrity and courage to guide every decision during the crisis. Dropping corporate armor is an active, structured practice. It requires a disciplined shift in behavior, from desiring protection to committing to being seen. In the meeting, Vardha admits his own anxiety and disappointment. By doing so, he models the behavior he wants to see, inviting the team to be honest without fear of judgment. There is a neurobiological reason this works. Shame triggers the exact same brain regions as physical pain, forcing the mind into defensive lockdown. But naming the emotion out loud helps process it, cooling the pain response and returning the brain to a state of calm. Acknowledging emotional stress neutralizes it as a barrier to logical problem solving. It allows the team to stop reacting to the pain of the failure and start working on the solution. Trust is a collection of microscopic, reliable moments accumulated over time. Modern psychology confirms that consistent, predictable behavior is the foundation of high-performing teams. To repair the team's dynamic, Vardha uses the braving checklist: boundaries, reliability, accountability, vault, integrity, non-judgment, and generosity. It provides a shared language for trust. He adopts the principle, clear is kind, unclear is unkind. By providing direct, honest feedback, instead of avoiding tough conversations, he helps his team grow. Avoiding difficult conversations under the guise of politeness actually damages a team. Real trust requires the clarity that only brave conversations can provide. Once Vardha drops his armor, the team follows. They share the true root causes of the project failure and brainstorm a pivot that makes the project even better than the original plan. The long-term impact is a transformation in culture. Morale and retention reach new highs, and Vardha no longer carries the exhaustion of pretending to be perfect. This highlights the central paradox of leadership. You cannot have courage without vulnerability. The bravest thing any leader can do is be human. Think about your current work. Where are you choosing comfort over courage? What is one brave thing you can say in your next meeting?
Don't just watch the story, be part of it. Ink it, imagine it, live it with Ink2 Video. Like if it hit you, subscribe to stay in the story loop, share it with someone who loves visuals.